Good morning. This is Vinod's English, and I am Vinod Kumar OET Reading. And here I would like to express some of my views about reading task, particularly Part B of OET reading examination. It is not really limited to OET. It is the tip in general which can be used by each and every candidate for understanding their awareness about the task or the process of reading. Reading in general includes a lot of skills, and it requires a lot of skills to be possessed by candidates who appear for such kind of global English examinations. So particularly speaking about reading and also about examinations like IELTS, OET, PT, TOEFL, or the other examinations as well. Well, what is the process of reading? Reading is reading the written words and understanding and comprehending the messages in that text. That's what the process, everybody knows that. But reading requires certain skills, and candidates must possess certain skills. They include skimming, scanning, skill of prediction, intensive reading, extensive reading, focused reading, active reading, analytical reading, closed reading. So these are all theories. Some of the candidates, or most of the candidates, may not really be interested in understanding what exactly these skills are. First one is skimming. You know what is skimming? A skimming process is very essential for understanding the given text. Let me explain it in two different forms and ways. First one, skimming is a quick reading of the given text, given task, given passage. Quick reading of the given text, whether it is small or big, to get a general idea about the passage given is known as skimming. Quick reading of the given passage to get a general idea of the given passage or text is known as skimming. How can we do that? Suppose you have a passage which contains maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 paragraphs. At that time, you can follow this method. Read the read the passage. Before reading the passage, you must read the title. So point number 1 for skimming process. If there are several paragraphs in a passage, for example, 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, let me explain how the skimming process goes. First one, read the title. Read the subtitle. Second point. Third point is look at the picture. Fourth point is very, very important. Read the first paragraph of the passage. Read the last paragraph of the passage. Then read the first 2 lines and last 1 line of every paragraph. Then you have in balance, in remaining, the middle portion of each and every paragraph. You just read that vertically. Sometimes you can read it quite fast, mechanically, by vertical reading. Instead of reading horizontally, you just look down and underline the keywords. And this is what the process of skimming. Let me repeat. While each and every candidate, or while a candidate does skimming, SKIMMING, while a candidate attempts to do skimming, he or she must know these steps. Read the title, read the subtitle if given, look at the picture, read the first paragraph, read the last paragraph, read the first 2 lines of every paragraph in that given passage, and the middle portion of that paragraph must be mechanically underlined. You need to underline the keywords. You don't really have to spend too much time for reading what exactly is present in that particular portion of the paragraph. Just read vertically and underline the keywords. By doing these steps, you can understand what is the passage is all about, and that understanding is known as skimming, and you get a general idea. And then you can go to the questions given after the passage, maybe in IELTS, probably in OET or PT examinations as well. In every examination you have reading task. So what is scanning? The second most important thing, what I say a very, very important thing as well, is scanning. You know that we scan our body for finding out specific pathogens or specific problems or health problems. In the same way, we scan the given paragraph or passage for finding out the specific answer, specific information, to get the specific gist, to get the main point, and that is known as scanning. The process of reading given text, whether it is a paragraph or a passage, for getting a specific and relevant information is known as scanning. We scan by using keywords as cues. Let me explain it very clearly. You have some questions for IELTS as well as for OET. I'm particularly speaking about OET Part B and Part C, even Part A also. or you can consider this as a tip for scoring well in IELTS examinations as well. Okay, when you have a text given, when you have a passage given, you are given some questions as well. For example, there are 13 questions for passage 1 of academic reading task, both for general in IELTS. And there are 20 questions in part A task of OET and 6 questions for 6 paragraphs, corresponding to 6 paragraphs in part B of OET reading task. And you have 16 questions again for part C altogether. I say for part C 1 and part C 2, you have 2 long discursive passages, I mean the paragraphs, so that you can, you have 16 questions in total, and altogether it becomes 42 questions for OET examinations. Okay, whatever and wherever and whoever, whatever may be the condition, scanning is the process of reading the question, underlining the keywords, synonymizing the keywords. You need to read the question, underline the keywords in the question, then find the suitable synonyms of that keywords in your brain, or think about that, paraphrase the statement. What do you mean by paraphrasing the given question statement? You know that a bottle is half empty, it means it is half filled. You know that door is half opened, it means that is half closed. In the same way, you need to find out the meaning of the given question statement and express it in a different way. That's known as rephrasing the given statement without changing the meaning of the statement, but changing the words, and that's also known as paraphrasing. So first point in scanning is to read the question, underline the keywords, find the corresponding synonyms to the keyword, because sometimes you don't find the keywords which you have underlined in the question while you are searching the same keyword in the passage. So you should find some synonyms also. For example, important is equal to relevant, relevant is equal to significant, and fair. If you find fair as a word in question, you can see beautiful sometimes in passage, and if you see handsome in the question, you would find smart in the passage. Sometimes these kind of changes, minor changes in the meaning of the word would occur as far as the reading task is concerned. So you should know the synonyms of the words. So underline the question statement, underline the keywords in the question statement, and paraphrase the given question statement, and then search these keywords in the passage. That's known as skimming. By underlining the keywords in the question, you are searching that keywords in the given passage. Sometimes you will be confused. You may not find the same words, but instead of that, you will find synonyms. That's why I say the candidate to find the synonym suitables and think about the synonym suitables for the keywords of the questions which you have underlined. When you locate the keyword, you can find the answer in that particular area. When you locate the keyword, you can find the answer in that particular area. So scanning is also very, very important. And aligning the keywords in the question and searching that keywords in the given passage very quickly by reading the text given is known as scanning. Then you have skill of prediction. We know that skill of prediction is the way by which we actually understand what kind of answers are to be expected. For example, whether the answer is plural or singular, whether it is the name of a person, place, or a thing, or it's a quality or quantity. For example, I say the English statement, I have a dash. So you can say I have a friend. You cannot say I have a friends, because a actually signifies singular. That is a grammatical clue for that particular sentence completion question. We have many dash. We have many cars. It's right, but we cannot say we have many car, because many actually signifies plural. So we have many cars. This is dash. We can say this is a car or this is good. We know that it actually that space actually occupies either a noun or an adjective or adverb or whatever it may be. So understand that one. For some questions you can make a guess about the nature of that particular answer. I cannot, or you cannot actually predict the right answer, but instead of that you can actually find whether the answer is plural or singular, whether it's a quantity or quality, or it's a name of a person, place, or a thing, or something else. I mean, what parts of speech does actually fill that particular space, or that particular requirement is something which we can call as skill of prediction. We cannot actually predict the right answer, understand that one, because by using the previous knowledge of schemata, we should never ever try finding out the answers for the question, whether it's an IELTS or it's in the case of OET examination. You may have good knowledge about the subjects discussed in the passage or in the paragraph, but you're not supposed to take your previous knowledge, already existing schemata or the knowledge, because you should actually focus the given text. You should not take the understanding of your own understanding, which you might have learned earlier during your school years or college years. So understand that one. And one more skill which I want to actually specifically say, that's all about intensive reading. What do you mean by intensive reading? Reading very quickly. Intensive reading does have different the definitions, but today while I am explaining about these 4 important skills like which includes skimming, scanning, and skill of prediction and intensive reading. Here, intensive reading is a little bit different. That means if you find a keyword in the passage, and if you go ahead and reading that one 2 or 3 times to get the clear idea about that particular line, is known as intensive reading. Read the given statement or read the particular statement once or twice very quickly, so that you understand what exactly is the right answer. So that is known as skill of intensive reading or intensive reading skills. Hi my dear students, I have actually been speaking with you about the importance of finding out the understanding of or importance of understanding skills, particularly skimming, scanning, and skill of prediction, as well as intensive reading. These 4 skills are to be understood by each and every candidate if he or she actually goes for attempting reading task, whether it is for example, for UGC net reading comprehension, or for civil service reading comprehension, or for IELTS or OET, or whatever may be the examinations. In general, globally, universally, these skills are very, very important. You should know to analyze the text, that is known as analytical reading. You should know to read closely, read between the lines. You should know what is an implicit meaning of the passage, or you should know the explicit meaning of the passage. You should know how to adjust your rate of or the rhythm of your reading practice. Reading is actually an excellent skill, or it's a skill which is required for each and every candidate to get high score in all the English-based competitive examinations, because most of the English examinations, in general I say particularly, for example, take UGC net examination, you have reading comprehension task. Take the example of CSAT, Civil Service Preliminary Examination. You have reading comprehension task, or you have this kind of reading comprehension, which actually states you to read the given passage and answer the questions given after or given below in IELTS, International English Language Testing System, in IET, in BTE, in TOEFL, in any examinations. Obviously, you know that when English is a language which actually has its origin in UK, I would rather say that it is a foreign language. So sometimes the native speakers obviously can, but the non-native speakers will find it very difficult to comprehend the given passage because of the gravity of the difficulty that they actually feel while they are reading the task. So understand what exactly the reading skills before you try attempting the reading comprehension. So the next video will specifically speak about the tactics and strategies and tips that you need to know for addressing reading in general and reading of the part A, part B, and part C of OET reading task, as well as that of IELTS and other examinations as well. Thank you very much.